Sagittarius, welcome to your April 2024 message for the month ahead. I always like to help you get the information that you need to get happy, start taking action towards your desires, as well as enjoy the journey to get there. So without further ado, your soul level lesson this month is, whoa, this is crazy. You've had a lot going on, Sagittarius. The soul level lesson, the personal growth level lesson for you is fully about acknowledging that you've come into your own, that you're powerful. It's kind of like that growth from that youthful optimism people talk about. Like the pros of it are your energy, you're gung ho, you go for everything, you just pour love into people. The cons of that are you're like a little naive, right? People could take advantage of you easily. You tend to assume that people have your best interests at heart. So you're like, yeah, let's go. Why wouldn't it work out, right? And then you're like, oh, this guy isn't as nice as my parents, or like this guy wasn't looking out for me as well as my parents were. So there's pros and cons to it. But you've definitely come into this is me, this is what I like, this is what I'm passionate about. I'm gonna move forward. But it looks like the little subconscious thing holding you back is you got the Tower card crossing that. So the Tower card is when those unexpected life changes happening. It's like a car. Well, I don't want to put anything super negative out there, but it's the unexpected big changes. So it could be like overnight a scholarship comes in and it's like, hey, our company did really well. We just found out we had extra money. We're giving 10 kids at this high school $10,000. Overnight, your life has changed in an unexpected way. But for this to become this reading, it's that you're a little afraid of you stepping out powerfully is going to lead to a tower moment. I don't want to step out confidently and like hurt mom and dad's feelings. Kind of like that situation. You're like, I'm afraid that if I do step out in my full power, there's going to be some hidden consequence that I just wasn't aware of. So this potential threat of the future of a hidden consequence is what's holding you back right now. And guys, that's like literally life though. It's literally always I'm here, I want to create something. Oh, I didn't like it. It wasn't as cool as I thought. Okay, I got to create something new. Didn't like it, not as cool as I thought. Okay, I like this one. I'll keep doing it. Sometimes also, oh, I got this. Oh, wow, I didn't realize in going through this journey, I wouldn't be as loving as I used to be. That's always part of it. But the beauty of it is that you can refocus. Like, no, 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 I don't want to be the badass saleswoman anymore. I want to go back to being the most loving version of me. And then your inner being will guide you on that journey, you know? So that's like another thing that the Tower card can represent. It's like if you were that ultra feminine, loving woman and you're like, no, I want to be that saleswoman, that badass who walks into a room and just knows that she can make it happen. When you become her, you're like, wait, I'm like yelling on the phone. I'm angry. I don't like it. So there's just a fear of now that I've come into my own, what's the hidden consequence that I wasn't aware of or that I didn't know was a consequence. Um, there's nothing you could do about that though, guys. Sure, don't rush into action, kind of weigh everything you could weigh, talk to some people, but at some point you just got to try it and see if you like it or not. The story that's coming to my head right now is I was taking my 3-year-old niece on her very first hike. And normally we just like walked around the park. She could always see her house, but this time it was a legit hike. We go in the parking lot, we start walking up the trail, and she goes, wait a second, I'm scared. And I was like, okay, do you want to hold my hand? She's like, okay. And we walk a little more, and she goes, hold on. Are you scared? I was like, no, not at all. But really good question, little kid. She goes, okay, we keep walking and we get to the point to where you can't see the car anymore. She goes, wait, 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 wait. You're not scared? No, I'm scared. And I was like, I understand, honey. Well, I'll tell you what, we can just take it one step at a time. And sometimes you got to try something 2 or 3 times, see how you feel. The first time there might be like a wobble because you are unsure, right? The first time you do something, there is insecurity, a low vibe involved in it. So sometimes you just got to try it, see if you like it. We could try it again. And at the third time, if you don't like it, we never have to go on a hike again. She's like, okay. By the end of that hike, she was like running and throwing rocks and hugging trees. So it's kind of like just be reminded for a little bit of that youthful optimism again, where I can try this. I know it might upset some people, but you could talk to them front and go, hey mom, look, I know you really don't want me to do it, but I have to try it. Like, here's why. So I just want to know, how can I make this as like easeful for you, you know? Okay, so I hope that helped you guys. In terms of like your personal kind of human level growth through this, there's something that you think is over or that will be over when you take this step, like, but it's not. It's not. You get the Ten of Swords reversed. So it is kind of that time where I'm going within, I'm taking this action for myself. I want to see if I like it or not. And just recognize that taking this step is not irrevocably gonna like damage or end anything. Okay, because it looks like in your recent past, wow, you've definitely had an uptick of life. Ooh, guys, I think this is going to work out really well for you, whatever it is. Comment below. I want to know. I am curious. Oh, okay. In the short term, it's really good for you. The long term, it's not as bad as you think it's going to be. Okay, so in the recent past, you had the Page of Fire. So it does look like there's been some communication, some passionate communication. You got like, it can be the time where you got the news of like, oh, I got this new opportunity for this new job or this new podcast. So there was just that like communication of like good news coming in that felt really passionate. Right now, it looks like there's like loving communication that's going on or that needs to happen. And that could be what we were talking about earlier, that needs to be, hey, look, I know you really want me to take like the stable government job. I want to try this. Here's why. If it doesn't work out in 6 months, then I could go back. It's like that. Those kind of loving communications are what need to be taking place right now. Because it almost looks like when you were doing the Page of Fire communication, the passionate communication, you were so focused on what lights you up without taking into consideration how it would impact the others. And yes, there's a freedom to being single, but there's also benefit to being coupled up and having family. And so you do have to take their needs into consideration. You don't have that freedom, but you do have that daily reminder that you're loved, that you're valued, and that you're significant, and that you being you positively contributes to other people's lives. So it's okay to have that passion and that fire, but it's about learning how to have your passion, communicate it in a way where it also takes care of their needs. Instead of just, no, it's going to be good. Don't worry about your insecurities. They'll get solved. Let's go. Right. That's the Page of Fire. The Page of Water is like, hey, look, we got to have this conversation. We just got to talk about it. I know that what you value right now is XYZ and you really want to see XYZ happen. I can understand why. Is it because of this? And then hear them out, let them talk. Like, yeah, I do. I think I'd feel safer. I'd feel more secure. I'd feel, because we have the new baby coming. I can understand all of that. So that's why I want to bring up that I have this opportunity. And here's like, the top 3 reasons why I'm really passionate about it. So I just kind of wanted to like put that out there and see how you feel about that. And let it be a conversation, like, okay, I know you're really scared, but I got to try this at least once. And, if it works, then great. Then we're all happy. And if not, no matter what, know that I do love the family and I do value security for our new baby coming in. So if it doesn't work out, then I'm happy to go back and do that. And I could at least know I tried. Like, that's the difference between the Page of Fire communication and the Page of Water communication. And so it kind of looks like you are kind of going from like the youthfulness to adultness, for a horrible way to say that. Because the Page of Fire is very youthful energy. No, mom, here's why we should go to the beach. The fun, the birds, the hamburger. Like, that's very youthful communication too. Page of Water is just where you're including the other person and trying to have a little empathy before the conversation. So like, think about, what are they going to be thinking about? What are they worried about? Can you preemptively answer some things? Okay, in the near future, all I can tell you is you got the Ten of Earth upright, so that does tend to mean like money looks good business opportunities. But that does also, it's the person who has good business and money opportunities with the family. So it does look like whatever this is, as you navigate it, it's gonna bring you guys closer. Okay, so your personal power this month, Ten of Water reversed. Okay, so your personal power this month is like, it's like essentially not needing every action you take to feel extremely emotional fulfilling. Some of the actions you just got to do. Like, do I derive satisfaction from doing these zodiac videos? Yes, I do on a whole. Do I derive oh my God, I just made Sagittarius's and it was the most amazing video that fueled and lit me up? No. But when I get little comments of like, oh wow, thanks, that resonated. Oh wow, thanks, that helped me take action. I like that. That emotionally fills me up. But like making all 12 videos, no. It's just something I got to do to get to the end result. So it's like your personal power is to take the pressure off of each action you take and not need each action to be like happy, happy, joy, joy, or the most enthusiastic thing you've ever done. Be enthused about the mission, about the end goal. Well, just here's what I got to do to get there. In terms of outside influences, oh, interesting. It kind of looks like outside influences are a little hesitant to like get behind you and go completely raw rooting for you. Um, I mean, fair enough, especially what came up earlier in the reading. If they're a little tentative about it anyway, but they're willing to, okay, let's see what you do. Like, I sometimes, when people in my town say, hey, I want to start a YouTube channel, I'll give them a couple pointers and then I want to see what they do with that information. If they don't even take that action, I'm not going all in, all gung ho about them. That's kind of like the Three of Earth reverse. It's like, I'll give you enough information for you to get started. If you get started and hit fear, call me. If you don't get started because fear, now that's a different story and I'm not putting my energy there. So it's almost as if they could be testing to see how serious you are. They could just be, okay, if he wants to do that, I'm not going to stop him. And it could also be like, maybe they don't know how to help you. Maybe they don't know what support you need. But that's probably why the Ten of Earth is in the near future. Because it's like, as you do it the first, 1, 2, 3 times, whatever it is you're doing, then it might be a, hey, baby, what would actually really be helpful? Like, could you be the one to pick up the kids Thursday after school? And I'll make sure Friday morning I could take them to school so that you could like sleep in a little because I know it's going to be a lot for you. Because a lot of this is about like working together as a more team unit with your family, whether it's family biological, family by choice, or whether it's your friends that you guys are coming together to be family. Either one. Okay, in terms of your hopes or fears for this month, oh, well, that's understandable. It's like a little bit of a fear of I can't be as like risk taking as I used to be. I can't follow my passions because I have the family or because I need to demonstrate how stable I am to get a person. Um, but you're gonna be able to figure it out, and that's an understandable fear to have. It's like it's understandable. Okay, in terms of the outcome for this month, it's the Five of Water reverse. When the Five of Water was upright, it's like things not turning out how you wanted, crying over spilled milk, noticing the things that like didn't go well versus things that did go well. When it's reversed, it just kind of means like it's not going to turn out bad. So I don't necessarily see that you're going to get your $1 million month, but it's not going to turn out bad. And it's almost going to teach you that sometimes taking the actions it's harder in your mind than when you actually physically take it. So if anything, you want to sum this reading up, like Sagittarius, just go ahead and take the action, have the more loving conversations with the people in your life that include them, have a little empathy, and be okay that it's not just a firm decision. Here's what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Be like, hey, this is what I would like to do. I know that it can be upsetting for you, but what's the best, like, I would like to do this. So how do we do this in the best feeling way for us? What assurances can I give you? Like just include them in. And it kind of looks like y'all are going to be a little bit more of a cohesive unit after this. So tell me what it is you're working on down below. I'm kind of curious, Sagittarius, and cheers to you for having a more loving team unit behind you.